This is the story of a pioneer, a legend, a genius, a man whose brilliance, perseverance, the groundbreaking legacy changed the course of medical education in Nigeria. Imagine being called a professor right from the elementary school and growing up to become exactly the same in the world that told you it was impossible. Imagine breaking through the fortress of British trained elites and rise to the top of the most competitive medical school in the country. This is not a fiction. This is the story of the first Nigerian to become the professor of medicine, Professor Theophilus Oladipo Ogunlesi, who was born on 12th July 1923 in Sagamun, Western Nigeria, today Ogun State, Nigeria. Young Ogunlesi attended St. Paul Primary School from the year 1930 to 1936. At the primary school, he was nicknamed Professor by his teachers due to his brilliance right from time. After that, he proceeded to CMS Grammar School for his secondary school education from the year 1936 to 1940 and graduated with a lot of excellent grades. His academic journey led him to Yaba High School, a pre-medical college from the year 1941 to 1942, and then the Yaba Medical School from the year 1942 to 1947, where he graduated with a certificate called Licentiate in Surgery and Medicine, a qualification that allowed him to practice as a physician but was often undervalued by the British elite of then. Despite qualifying to practice as a medical doctor, the licentiate in medicine and surgery holders often looked down on and seen as second-tier medical doctors. Because of this, Ogunlesi found himself practicing in the community clinics rather than the hospital in the years he called the turbulent years.
And I became registered as a medical practitioner in Nigeria for the first time in August 1947. The years 1947 to 49 are what I would describe as the turbulent years of my life because of the title attached to my training as an assistant medical officer. A medical officer is a person trained in a university who has a degree. Therefore, those of us who are trained in a non-university medical school were termed assistants.
But fate had other plans. In 1949, Dr. Ogunlesi was able to travel to the United Kingdom, where he sat and passed the Conent Examination that allowed him to practice as a qualified physician. In 1950, he returned to Nigeria and became appointable as a bona fide medical doctor. He joined and worked with the then Western Region Civil Service Commission from the year 1950 to 1956. His journey is, however, far from over. Dr. Ogunlesi traveled to the United Kingdom again and made the first history. He became the first African to attempted and passed the membership of the Royal College of Physicians, MRCP, London in 1958, and then officially recognized as a specialist in medicine. This momentum does not just validate his skill, but also his resolve. Upon returning to Nigeria, he joined Adeoyo Hospital, the affiliate teaching hospital to the University of Ibadan, before the University College Hospital was built. In 1961, he transferred to University of Ibadan. His brilliance could not be ignored. He was quickly noticed by the then head of department, Professor Alexander Brand, who made him a mentee and quickly became the next in line to him. Dr. Ogunlesi entered the high-stakes British-dominated medical academic world. He outshined many and gained respect among them. In twist of fate, Professor Alexander Brand, the head of the department then, suddenly died of cardiac arrest, and Dr. Ogunlesi became the head of the Department of Medicine. He was promoted to become an associate professor in 1962 and the first Nigerian professor of medicine in 1965. He served another 23 years as a professor, ushering in the era of indigenous leadership. He became Professor Emeritus in 1983 before he passed away in 2023. Professor Ogunlesi is no more, but his impact is eternal. A man who transformed adversity into legacy. A man who made impossible possible. Don't forget to like and share. See you in another interesting one. Bye for now.